If you're like me, in the summer you go kind of crazy buying herbs. I happen to go to the farmer's market every week, and I come home and I have these huge bundles of herbs, especially basil, because it's one of my favorites and it's really hard to resist. And then you use it in a recipe, and the recipe calls for maybe 1/4 cup, and you have a whole bunch left. Well, what are you going to do with it? I have a suggestion. And maybe you've already thought of this. Make pesto. It's really easy. It's so delicious. It'll keep in your refrigerator for a week or two. You can freeze it. Start off by crushing to a paste a clove of garlic with 1/4 teaspoon of salt. The salt acts as an abrasive and really breaks down the garlic really quickly when you're using the side of your knife to crush it. Transfer your garlic paste to the food processor. Add 1/4 cup of toasted pine nuts. Walnuts work well. Almonds are also really nice. 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese, grated. And then your basil. I have 3 cups of fresh basil that I washed really, really well and then dried really, really well. That's extra, extra important. So if you have any grit in your basil, make sure that you wash it in a nice big bowl of water until there is no grit left in the bottom of the bowl. You want to add just a little bit of oil, like a tablespoon of oil, and then give it a pulse. You want to break everything down, and then with the machine running, you're going to add 1/2 cup of olive oil. So it's 1/2 cup plus 1 tablespoon. Pesto's done. That was super easy. I think I want to season it with some salt, but I'm going to taste it before I do that. Oh yeah. Cheese is salty, and maybe that's enough salt for you. You might not want to add any additional salt. I'm going to add 1/2 teaspoon. Completely subjective. Cilantro, parsley, and basil are my 3 favorites to do this with. You should definitely experiment whenever you have leftover herbs. That's it. I have some pasta cooking. I'm going to go get it, and I'm going to eat some. I cooked some spaghetti because why not? I love spaghetti, and the pesto coats it really nicely. I'm going to save a little bit of this pasta cooking water just to toss it a little bit if it needs extra creaminess. Once you have your pasta water, you can drain your pasta. And then I like to just put it right back in the pot. I'm excited. Seriously hungry. Spoon some of your pesto onto your pasta. It's to your liking now, however much you want. I want to add a little bit of pasta water for creaminess. Give it a toss. You might want to add more. I'm probably going to want to add more. I'm a bit of a pesto addict. I love it. And it's great not just on pasta and gnocchi, which is so good with pesto, but spread it on sandwiches, like a turkey sandwich with pesto instead of mayonnaise. Fantastic. Highly recommended. I'm ready. Are you ready? This is a nice big bowl of delicious green homemade pesto. You're going to want to use fresh parm for this recipe because it definitely tastes the best. You can buy the pre-grated stuff if you want to. A tiny little basil leaf as a garnish. Always save the little tiny leaves for garnish. It makes everything more beautiful. And just like that, you have homemade pesto. So delicious. Make a big batch, put some in your fridge, put some in your freezer, put some on your pasta for dinner tonight. Hi guys, thanks for watching this video. Be sure to click here if you want to subscribe, and click over here if you want to continue watching more great videos like this.